Hi guys, now we are going to continue the problems on inverse Laplace transform where we are going to see problems with respect to the properties and also obviously with respect to the basic inverse Laplace transformation formulae. So first let us consider this problem. Here the problem is we have to find Laplace inverse of s plus 2 by s plus 1 to the power 4. So when I observe the expression, we don't have the expression given in any of the standard form. So first we have to convert this into the standard form by using the basic algebraic method, and then we are going to use the problems formulae from the properties and also the basic transformation. So we are going to consider the given expression, rewrite the expression as Laplace inverse of s plus 2 in the numerator can be written as s plus 1 plus 1 because I have s plus 1 term in the denominator. So it makes it easy to simplify with the expression. So what are we going to do? Then we are going to rewrite the expression as Laplace inverse of s plus 1 by s plus 1 to the power 4 plus Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1 whole to the power 4. Here s plus 1 simplifies with the denominator. So we are left with Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1 whole to the power 3 plus Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 1 whole to the power 4. So when I observe this expression, this is again not in the standard basic inverse Laplace transform formula, because when you observe the formula or the table, we have that as 1 by s cube but not this s plus 1. So whenever I have this denominator term s associated with any term, I can rewrite this as Laplace inverse of 1 by s minus of minus 1 the whole cube. Now see, it is of the form function of s minus a. So what is the property we have when you have to find Laplace inverse of function of s minus of a? We call that as second shifting property, and the expression for second shifting property is given by e power of at into Laplace inverse of f of s. As we solved many problems in the previous class, we have to first consider the function f of s minus a, note down what is the value of a in this LHS, substitute that for the exponential term in the RHS, fine. Then we are going to get f of s, find its Laplace inverse which will be substituted into the RHS. We are going to consider the same procedure or the method over here. So when I observe the value by comparison, a takes the value as minus 1. So when I use this second shifting property or RHS of the second shifting property, I can write the expression as e power of minus t into Laplace inverse of 1 by s cube plus e power of minus t into Laplace inverse of 1 by s to the power 4. Now let us observe here. See, this is of the kind where I have to use the formula from the table of basic Laplace inverse Laplace transform. So what are we going to do now? We are going to consider the formula for Laplace inverse of 1 by s to the power n plus 1, which is given as t to the power n by gamma n, because here when I observe n is a positive integer. So we are going to consider this formula from the table. Now we are going to rewrite the denominator because s to the power n should be in the form of s to the power n plus 1. So 3 can be written as 2 plus 1, and the second term s to the power 4 can be written as s to the power 3 plus 1. So when I observe the first term and compare that with the formula, I have the value of n as 2. So if I substitute, I am going to get it as e power of minus t into t squared by gamma 2, where what is the value of gamma 2? It is 2 factorial by the formula, plus e power of minus t into t cube divided by gamma 3, where gamma 3 takes the value 3 factorial. Now we are going to substitute for the values 3 factorial, or we can stop at this stage, which gives us Laplace inverse of the function. So whenever we are solving any problem on inverse Laplace transform, we have to observe what is the function given, rewrite the function by using either by squaring or completing the square or by using partial fractions etc., and bring it to the standard form. First see, can you use any formula from the properties that we have for inverse Laplace transform? If you can use, or if the function is of that kind, kindly do use the same and rewrite it into the basic inverse Laplace transform, then apply the formula and simplify. So this was the current problem. Now let us move on to the next problem. So let us see here, we have the fifth problem. which is given as Laplace inverse of s plus 5 by s square minus 6x plus 13. See, obviously this is not of any kind of the formulae that we have considered in the table of formula for inverse Laplace transform for basic functions and also inverse Laplace transform for the properties. So what I have to do? Consider the denominator, rewrite the denominator first and then simplify with the numerator. So when I observe the denominator, see here, denominator term can be written as s squared minus 6s plus 13 can be written as 9 plus 5. Now observe the first terms, that is s square minus 6x plus 9. It is of the form a square minus 2ab plus b squared, the algebraic formula. So by using that formula, I am going to write it as Laplace inverse of s plus 5 by s squared minus 2 into 3 into s plus 3 squared plus 4. Group the corresponding terms and I can use the algebraic expansion and write it in the form s minus 3 the whole square. Now observe the denominator term. See here I have s minus 3. So I should get the similar term in the numerator so that I can use the property of second shifting to simplify further. Understood? So what we are going to do? We are going to rewrite the numerator in a way such that I will get the term as s minus 3. So for that what are we going to do? We are going to add and subtract 8. When I add and subtract 8, I can write the numerator as s minus 3 plus 8 obviously, because minus 8 plus 3 gives me minus 3. Now observe, I have common terms in numerator and denominator which helps us to make use the property of second shifting from the formula of properties of inverse Laplace transform. Now rewrite this expression as Laplace inverse of s minus 3 by s minus 3 whole square plus 4 plus Laplace inverse of 8 by s minus 3 whole square plus 4. Now observe, this is of the form f of s minus a. So whenever I have to find Laplace inverse of f of s minus a, I am going to use the second shifting property. So let us call the corresponding expression as equation 1. Now consider the first term of the RHS. So what is the first term I have? Laplace inverse of s minus of 3 by s minus of 3 whole square plus 4. Okay. Then we are going to consider the formula for second shifting property. What is the formula for second shifting property? It is Laplace inverse of f of s minus of a is equals to e power of at into Laplace inverse of f of s. So here compare the LHS of the formula with the expression that we have considered. So a takes the value 3. Therefore RHS becomes e power of 3t into Laplace inverse of s by s square plus 2 squared. 4 can be written as 2 squared. Now observe this expression. See, we have first used the formula based on the properties of inverse Laplace transform. Then we have used the formula. We are going to use the formula on basic inverse Laplace transform. Now we already have the formula for Laplace inverse of s by s square plus a squared as cos at. Compare the expression, find out the value of a, substitute that into the RHS, which will be considered as Laplace inverse of the whole function. Therefore, if the Laplace inverse of the term s minus 3 by s minus 3 whole square plus 4 becomes e power of 3t into cos 2t, which will be for the first term. Now let us consider the second term. What is the second term do I have here? It is Laplace inverse of 8 by s minus 3 whole squared plus 4. So again observe the denominator. I should have only the term s squared but not s minus 3 the whole square. So whenever I have any function of the form s minus a, we are going to refer to the second shifting property. Okay. So what is the second shifting property? Find the value of a by comparison. So a takes the value e power of 3t. I mean a takes the value 3. So if I substitute, I am going to get it as e power of 3t. Then rewrite the expressions whatever we have. So I can write 8 as 4 into 2. So 4 into Laplace inverse of 2 divided by s minus of 3 whole square plus 2 square. Then again by using the second shifting property, the expression will be 4 into e power of 3t into Laplace inverse of 2 by s square plus a square. We have the basic transformation for inverse Laplace as Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus a square is equals to sin at by a. Since a is a constant, you can get the term which is in the denominator to RHS as a numerator. So I can compare this expression with the formula and write the Laplace inverse of the function as sine 2t. So we have obtained Laplace inverse of the required two terms in the RHS of equation 1. Substitute the same, we are going to get it as Laplace inverse of s plus 5 by s squared minus 6x plus 13 is equals to Laplace inverse of the first term is e power of 3t cos 2t plus 4 into second term is e power of 3t into sine 2t. So this is how we are going to solve the problem over here.